kind of neglecting y'all, but not really neglecting you guys. It's just, it's been kind of hectic these past couple of weeks with at first about a week ago, well, it'll be almost 2 weeks on Monday that my dog passed away, and I've been kind of a mess throughout, but also it's one of those where a lot happens, and even you're not realizing that you've not done what you do, and so, yeah, and plus I've just been way too caught up in things, and so that's what adulthood does to us, so none of us can blame each other for it, but I'm here now, so I thought I would come on here for a little bit and see how everyone on here is doing. So, the same old usual is the same here. If you are new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber or moderator for my live, welcome back. And for all of our new subscribers who kind of want to get to know the channel a bit more, a couple of things on here is be respectful. Please. I've had some people that just act like a fool of themselves, which I don't want no one turning into that whatsoever. But yeah. And also, be sure to hit the like button as you're entering into the live, so that way it tells me that you're liking the content you're seeing, but also it tells YouTube that they're doing a good job at what they do on here, because they do make it to where we can push our stuff out there and show that you're liking the algorithm that they're helping out with too. So give them the credit as well. And then also, be sure that you are being respectful, whether if you're just being nice or you know what. And so, yeah. Hang on, I'm trying to see what my verb is saying. But, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna send this live out too, by the way. Anyway, that's just all we're doing right now, though, y'all, is we're just hanging out, right now. So, yeah. Also, feel free to ask questions down below, you guys. Don't feel like you are being scared. No, don't feel like you don't need to be scared to say something in the chat. And also, if people are coming in, please be sure that you guys are saying something in the comment section. So this way, I know, okay, someone came in here, because the thing is, y'all, with YouTube Live, you can't really, when someone's in here, you can't tell who's really on here unless if they say something in the chat. Like, if they say, hey, or something like that. Then I go, oh, hey, so-and-so. It's not like other streaming platforms where sometimes you can tell, like when you tap on the person number icon for some of those apps, sometimes you can tell who's on there by the number. Like if you tap, sometimes you can see a list of people who are in that live, but not always for all platforms. Like YouTube's one of those that I kind of wish that was an update, honestly, that YouTube can do, because that would be cool. Is when we go to tap that little person icon up here, we can actually see who's on here. Because that also would be helpful, because let's say if we're getting people who aren't saying anything, then, that's helpful. I kind of wish that's one of the next updates that they would do. That's just thoughts on my end. But anyway, and also, y'all, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also hit the notification bell so you can get all of the latest updates and content from my channel personally. Because just so everyone knows this, for the people who subscribe to my channel, y'all are the only ones that get updates. No one else outside of live, unless if they subscribe too, then they will as well. But other than that, the people that subscribe to my channel are the only ones that get updates. No one else, even outside of this channel, that even watches us, won't get updates, except for you guys who've subscribed to me already. And it's good to also get new people here and there too, because that's how a community grows, is by getting more people out there and to help grow your channel. Because that's really a big, important, fundamental when it comes to growing a YouTube channel. Whether if it's something like mine or something bigger, or just, it doesn't have to, it just, like I said, with YouTube channels, it doesn't have to be insane or big or anything. It can be a good hue of, like, in between, Like, I've been blessed by the people who have subscribed to me. Just know that. And stuff like that. And so, yeah, pretty crazy. So, anyway, I'm still gonna give it kind of some time to see if people start coming in here. Sometimes it takes a few minutes just for people to get in here, but hey, I get it. A lot of us get busy with stuff in here, and it's, not really a bunch that you do and all that. And also, I hope for those of you who are also affected by the winter storm as well, besides us, hopefully you guys are staying safe and warm and not freezing out there and not having to do a whole bunch that requires going behind the wheel. Because, y'all, imagine trying to drive during that. Lord, have mercy on us. Like, y'all could pretty much get killed off the bat. We could. And so, but I will say right now, I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm in a long sleeve under this, and a jacket, and sweatpants, and socks. Because even in here, it's kind of chilly in here a little bit. That's my dad being crazy. I mean, y'all, a lot of dads are crazy, so we can't blame them. But anyway, yeah. So, anyway, that's just what's been going on there, though. But yeah. But if anyone's new that hasn't subscribed to this channel yet, feel free to. And just so you know, I'm saying this, just there's no forcing on here. Just know this, by the way. If you want to, you can, but if you don't, you don't have to. You can kind of get a sense at first and see if this would be a channel you'd want to continue watching, because that's how we all watch cool YouTubers these days. Well, not really watch cool YouTubers. That's how we like some, like, certain YouTubers, is by watching their content a bit and getting an idea of it and being like, oh, they seem pretty cool. Subscribe. That's what I do a lot. And so, sorry, that's my dad being crazy, which, like I said, a lot of us here have crazy dads out there, so we all can relate to that category. But, oh, my best friend's about to hear this crazy drama. But anyway, that's just what's been happening, though. And also just to kind of update everybody with just all the things. AJ's been doing well. It's just been kind of the same old usual. Let me put this real quick. Give me just a moment. I'm just putting our little thing on here. But anyway, alright. Okay, sorry guys. I was putting our little pen, little thing down below. So, Now you guys can get a better understanding of what's going on in here. So ask questions down below. And let's just have fun for a little bit, you know. Give us something to distract ourselves with. And you know, that's how lives work, y'all. We get something going. Whether if it's me talking my head off or whether if it's us doing something on live, you know? That's just how we get entertainment started. Oh, here comes our first person. Hey there. How are you doing? I can tell you're new, I think, from the looks of it. Hopefully you're doing well. Y'all be sure to be tapping the like button down below. Thank you so much. I very appreciate it. I hope everyone who's affected by the winter storm is staying safe out there. Cause y'all, I live in Texas and we're one of those states that is affected by it. Right now it's not like directly snowing, it's just seeming more plain right now. But yesterday it was raining yesterday. But it was like 32 when I last looked at my temperature last. Which let me see. Yep. Still says wow. Yeah, it's like 32 degrees over here, just crazy. At any point, who knows what could be happening? Who knows, y'all, what could be happening in the next little while as the day progresses, you know? And, like, for example, y'all, under my jacket, I'm literally wearing a long sleeve shirt under this. I'm gonna pull these up just a little bit, just so I get a little bit of air in and all that. But, like, y'all, I'm wearing a jacket, long sleeve, sweatpants. I'm not that flexible, so don't be judgmental. Don't be judgmental, but I'll flip the camera so I don't have to do that. These black sweatpants with these Puma socks, which, y'all, I will say this right now. I don't know what it is with Puma socks, y'all, but for some reason, when there's a day when my feet get to the point that I can't stand the cold anymore, and I do go to put socks on, and it's Pumas, I wear Puma socks like half of the time, y'all. And y'all, I don't know what it is about Puma socks. Like, ever since I started wearing them, like what I say a couple years ago, like probably ever since I started wearing Puma socks, I don't know what it is. But they're just that one sock for me that I don't always want to take off. Not a whole, not like for like extended periods if I was wearing them. Like right now, I don't feel like taking them off right now because it's way too cold. I mean, a lot of us here have like a certain certain sock brand we all owe. That whenever we get cold to the point that we can't stand it and we put socks on, we know that one sock brand that we have out of hundreds that we bought over the past year or two, for some reason hits different in like the best way. You know, like literally, for me it's Puma. Like I said, I don't know what it is with Puma socks, but they're just comfortable to wear. And actually, for those of you wondering where I got my Puma socks, the one that I just showed you, I got these ones off Amazon. I forgot, these were like a pack of like something. I forgot. They came in like out of a pack of, I don't know if it was a pack of 16 or what. Or 10. I can't remember. I might need to go back and check and see. I think it might have been either that or a pack of 6. I don't remember, but it was at least a good variety of them. But I know they came in purple, pink, turquoise. And so it might have been a pack of maybe 3. Or no, actually I got 2 of the same pairs, but so it might be a pack of 6. Maybe 5 or 6 of them. Because I have pink, purple, and turquoise in these as well, which they're really comfortable to wear, I'm not gonna lie. And so, like I said, I just hope everyone is staying safe out there during this. Like I said, if anyone out there is also affected besides Texas with the cold, hopefully you guys are staying safe somehow, whether that's by wearing a good jacket in the house constantly or having your heater on, or y'all. I don't know if y'all guys kind of. Well, actually, let me fix my bed. Excuse me. Y'all kind of could see a little bit of it, but sorry, y'all. I'm one of those people too that even time the bed nowadays sometimes, but it's not always often. Let me just fix this so that way you can spot it. Yeah. Give me a moment. Here we go. Now you can actually see it. But y'all see this gray blanket on top of all my other ones? This is a heating blanket. So even if you guys don't even own one, I will just recommend right now. They are definitely the best for sure. Cause y'all, those are good for any cold night, really, not just during severe cold temps. Like if you're just cold in the winter out of the blue in your own room, they're comfortable as heck. Like, I kind of wish I even had one in the beginning, like years ago. But I never even knew those were a thing. So don't come up to me thinking I'm crazy, okay? Because never even knew that those were a thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure that would have been a thing in my head back then, but who would have thought in my 20s this would be one thing that I would have had that I could have looked back and just went, huh, that could have been cool back then. you know. And so, yeah, but y'all, this thing is comfortable as heck. Let me actually unplug my charger though, because usually I usually use the main outlet that's like next to my bed to plug it in, and then because I have two of these things, so I've got one next to my bed that's on the left side that's like next to here, and then I use my charger for the opposite. I'm gonna stand up for a minute actually while I go do this. But yeah, so even for example, I've got a charging outlet on the other side where my nightstand is as well. Okay. Sorry, things are not one to concentrate. So give me just a minute while I plug this in. So that way when we have to go to use it here in a little while or so, then it's ready to go. And it's not something that's urgent quick kind of thing. Cause, we're gonna look like that. Even in a crazy state of mind. But if anyone's wanting a fit check real fast, like I said, all I'm wearing is this Reebok jacket, which is the brand that this jacket's from. I got it for Christmas. I'm wearing this shirt, by the way, is I'm wearing this FFA 2024 shirt I got like 2 years ago at this point, which was like 2 years ago now. It's crazy. And then I'm wearing these black Athletic Works sweatpants. So comfortable. Y'all, if you are not someone who's not own sweatpants, again, what are you doing? Recommend it. And then I'm wearing these Puma Grand Purple socks, which are comfy to wear. Like they're comfortable as heck to wear. So I would recommend it, and my hair is in a ponytail. And then I'm also obviously wearing my watch because I wear that every day. And then I'm wearing these small black hoops as well. And again, for brands, by the way, Reebok. This is from Tractor Supply. I don't remember where this was from. I know this was Christmas, but I forgot where she got it at. Ring is my boyfriend, but y'all, it's my promise next, and I'll go crazy in the comment section. Watch is Apple. Y'all, I'm Apple all the way. Glasses I'm currently wearing are Sam's Club. Y'all, these things are old as heck. Like, eventually, one of these days when the weather's slow down a bit and when we figure out what places in our area take our insurance for, like, places that, like, for eye places, like, in stores that take our insurance, because not all insurance companies even take the same insurance, yeah. Because ever since the beginning of the year, we had our insurance change and stuff like that, and so you know how that goes. And that's just the thing, is you're trying to refigure out, make sure that the previous places you've used with your own insurance still work, and you can still do it, or you get to alternate places and all that. And so, yeah. And so, anyway, Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, these glasses are from Sam's Club. They're navy blue, y'all. But they're kind of also like a dark teal in between, like a super dark teal in between the navy as well, which kind of is cool. And y'all, what's kind of funny to me is me and my boyfriend both, like, our glasses are matching, almost. Because I can show you guys a pic, like, in front of me right now. No, what's he doing? Look. So see mine? That's the one I'm showing you. And then see his. See how? You can kind of see how ours are both are darker, but the difference is his are square frame, mine are round frames. Y'all, I will say this right now. To me, I feel like square frames on me, because I actually did have a pair. I actually do have a pair that's square frames, but the lenses on those are scratched. Just from trying to clean them once. And so, it's gonna be a minute until I get an actual. Actually, no, or do I still, or not? Actually, hang on. I think I'm wearing them in one of these pictures. Actually, so I'll show you. So, lighting. But look, this is, see, y'all can see what I mean. Why I can show you the same. I can show you guys the same picture too, but on here, to where it's better, clear. That way, it's better clearable on here. So let me do it real fast. Oh, dang it, I just did the wrong button. Give me just a minute, y'all. Here we go. This is what I was trying to do. So give me a moment, I can show you what I mean by that. Let me go to, oh, it's cold here though. But look, see what I mean? Oh, it's cold here. But anyway, yeah. And y'all can see why I'm saying that that I look better in square frames, because for example, y'all, I feel like square frames I feel like to me fit my shape than round frames. Like right now I'm wearing round frames, and I mean they're cute and all, but my round ones are way more cuter than and actually, if anyone's wanting to know, this is me and my boyfriend from like day one. Like this is when we were firstly dating. Like we both were 17. I was only 2.5. I think I was like 2 weeks away from being 18 around then. Just crazy to look back. Yeah, y'all can see why I'm saying square frames on me for some reason. I feel like are looking better than round. Cause I mean, we all kind of know what we feel. Cause for those of you who also wear glasses too, besides myself, and y'all had that same thought process as well, that certain frames for you feel like they do well. You'll get why I'm saying that. Cause all face shapes will not they will not really complement your face shape that much. Like, for example, you can be a little bit of my face shape, which is a little bit squared, but not too squared. And that's why I'm saying square frames, because I feel like it fits my face shape for some reason. That's just me. Unlike rounds, which rounds kinda, but not. They don't really give you that cute look though. Than they would. They just kind of give you They kind of just give you that boring, weird look to me. That's just OCD, y'all. To my head. And so, um, yeah. And actually, y'all, if anyone that was wondering what colors those square frames I just showed you were, the top is black and the bottom's like a see-through light pink, which is really cool. I actually really like those. I'm not gonna lie, those are like my favorite ones I've had out of like my previous years so far. Sorry, I heard something next door. But yeah, it was pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie. And so, anyway, yeah. Y'all, I'll be right back, you guys. But y'all can ask me questions down below. But I'll be right back, you guys. So give me just a moment. Okay. Hey, you guys, we're back. Sorry, I had to use the restrooms. That's why I had to give y'all a minute. But anyway, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, like that's why I'm saying that. For me, that's why I'm saying that's what I feel. Like my face shape, I feel like fit really well with. But yeah. So right now though, we're just hanging out. So feel free to come in, ask questions down below. And that's just all what we do here, y'all. And y'all, just so everyone does know, a lot of my lives are different. So there will be times I'm going live during the afternoon hours, some I'm going live during the night hours, or evening hours. It just very depends on the day. Because I go live about every other day on here, but I've just been back at it for a while. Just because this past couple weeks have been kind of chaotic. Because not a lot of you do know this, but I've been meaning to post a thing about it, but unfortunately one of my dogs about a week ago passed away from um old. Oh, he was old, but he we had to put him down last week because he was really old, but also he was like really he was really out of it, like he was like old, like yo, he was only 14 when he passed. He's old. He was an old man, but it's just one of those things where when you've loved a dog for, and just so you guys know, this is not just okay, a typical dog that passed. This is like just this one hits me different than other dogs. Because y'all, he meant a lot to me. Like y'all, we've had him since I was like 7. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to think I've had this dog since childhood, and I'm 20 now, which is nuts. Like he's been there throughout half of my life, which is insane. And yeah, but he was like the best dog. Like if any one of y'all were to question me about him or ask me stuff about him, I would likely answer with like good stuff about him, because he was just that dog that was really good. Like he was not a bad boy. He wasn't ever rotten like some dogs can be. I need to take my medical quick. Just give me a moment. But yeah, so but yeah, he was just that. But he was just that. But yeah, he was just that good of a dog. But I will show you. I'll show you guys a pic of him for those of you who haven't been in here, or even you here that just haven't heard anything about this. Then I'm saying all this now to everyone. Yeah, I don't think I'm not posted, but I might need to look and see. But let me just show you guys a pic of him. This dog was amazing. Okay, this is a crayon. Let me get. Actually, let me find a better pic of him to show you guys. Here we go. But this is what he looks like, y'all. He was and for those of you who want to know the breed of him, by the way, he was a Shih Tzu. He was only 14 when he passed. And like I said, he was just the best dog. Like, he was just the best dog that an owner can ask for, but also the best dog that any family member would ask for. But even he was really good to like, even like all the family and friends of ours that got to know Maverick and seen him a lot. And even like my friends and my boyfriend and just neighbors and everyone that saw him through his 14 years of life, they all knew how amazing tempered he was, and just even he was also a dog that wouldn't get aggressive. He wouldn't bite, nick, not all the things that you think of with certain dogs. He was a really nice, just chill, laid back dog. He was never really scared of like thunder, rain. I mean, fireworks not like scare. Dogs all get shaky when fireworks happen, which we all know that. That's the one part of it, but I don't know if he was. I don't think he might have been. I think it's probably because we give them their medication stuff that we use for that case, so we prepare them ahead of time. And so, but yeah, and so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy and all that, and so, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But I mean, y'all, he was just the best dog that an owner could ask for. And so he's kind of one of those dogs that it will take a little bit for me to get over. Like it'll take a little bit of time to recover from it. Like y'all, we're only like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks, and like Monday will be officially 2 weeks for us. And so, yeah. So anyway, but yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. And so, that's just kind of what it is. But yeah, he was just like the best dog that you really could ever reflect on, looking back at. But anyway, that's just what's been happening there, though, y'all. I'm trying to think anything else I know off the top of my on the top of my head that I know of. But yeah. But yeah, you guys ask questions down below. I really don't know what to come up with. That's why I even ask. That's why I even ask questions, because that's how like you get to come up. That's how we come up with topics, y'all. Is by asking stuff, because then it goes, okay, you're not running out of things to talk about on live, because that would just be kind of, that kind of would just be a little crazy if that did happen. But yeah, so yeah, it's pretty crazy. But oh, who else just came in here? Anyway, y'all, be sure you guys are tapping the like button. I think it just came off, but we're just hanging out right now. But yeah. So, but yeah, if you guys haven't done that, I thought someone did, but I guess they probably forgot, or maybe just disliked it or something like that. But it happens. But anyway, if you guys are new onto this channel, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't done that. Be sure you guys are also tapping the notification bell if you haven't done that, to all notifications, so you So that way everyone here is up to date on everything that you are not going to want to miss. Hey, Leah, how are you doing? It's been a minute. Hopefully you're doing well. And I mean, I will say, y'all been doing good as well for those of you that also want to question me on top of that. Just, we're living another day and all that. But yeah. Okay, just the weather is going to get bad. Yeah. Leah, it's like 32 over here where I'm at. From like the last I've looked. Yeah, it says 32. Yeah. Like it hasn't snowed yet, which is kind of bizarre yet, which no. Only thing I know that's happened is it rained yesterday. Right now it's just kind of been showing gloomy, but we'll see what it looks like throughout the day. Like this is only the beginning. So we're not just saying, okay, that's what it's doing today. But we'll keep. Say what? Okay, that's nuts. Gosh. That's crazy, Leah. Wow. That's wild. Oh, I think one of the days I saw in hours, I forgot. I think it's like a Monday or something like that. That over here I think I heard it say it's supposed to be like 4 degrees, I think, on one of the days. Which I think it's like Monday or something like that. Just nuts. Like, God. Oh. Like, that is just wild. That's what my dad was saying yesterday. I'm like, what? It's so crazy. But, yeah. It's pretty crazy, you guys. So, y'all be sure you guys are getting comfortable as you can. Even if that means putting jackets on. Getting under your blankets like crazy. All the things. Getting socks on. All the gear I have on. All of it. Like, y'all, for me, I'm in a long sleeve jacket, sweatpants, and socks on. Right now. Like, that's comfortable. Like, I'm not like in a heavy duty jacket where I'm gonna get sweating hot, but just a good enough light jacket where it's gonna keep me durable. But I only really have it pulled just in case I start sweating. Just to go ahead and start not sweating alive, This 40 feels like holy what? Okay, that's nuts. Wow. That's like 1 degrees. Ugh. Oh, Lord, that's crazy. That's wild. I'm not gonna lie. One bit. But yeah, it's pretty crazy out there. Pretty cray, y'all. Not gonna freaking lie. One bit. But yeah, let's be But yeah, it's pretty crazy. And for those of you that are kind of wondering how AJ's been doing, he's been doing well. We've been talking on the phone like we would, and all that. Like we actually talked on the phone last night for a little bit, which was pretty good. Like it always goes. Cause y'all, he's the best. Why wouldn't he? But yeah, he's been doing good though. It's just kind of been the same usual, and all that with him. Really, that's crazy. My aunt used to live in Ohio, but now she's finally out here in Texas. Finally, like she finally retired out here. Finally, about I think about a year ago or so. I think it was a year ago that she finally retired from her other job out here. So she only lives about like 30 minutes away from us, which isn't bad, but yeah, which is pretty cool. And so, yeah, thanks. Crazy. But yeah. That's just crazy. Yeah, I mean, certain states in winter, it's wild how it acts and all that. So I definitely get it. Just my camera real quick. But yeah. Okay, that's cool. That's crazy. Dang. Okay, at least you don't get much tornadoes. That's a good thing, because that would be chaotic. That would be crazy. But oh my gosh, that's nuts though. When it's going, let me tell you this: whenever weather goes back to back, that will mess your head up like crazy. Like it'll just mess you up like that. Like for me, sometimes like when weather changes, sometimes it will. The geometric pressure of that will mess me up a bit. Like my allergies will go wild sometimes, but or just the way your body adjusts to stuff. It's like the craziest thing that it can do to you and stuff like that. Like it does that to me sometimes. It just depends. But oh, anyway, dang. Wow. Okay, that's insane. Dang. Wow. That that is crazy, Leah. Like that is literally insane. What is that vision doing? But anyway, that is just it's really crazy to think about how weather just does for certain states. It's like, you think about it, it's like how do it doesn't work like that, you know? It's crazy to think about, honestly. Um, you know what? Maybe we'll do this, you guys. Yeah. You know what? Maybe this can be a good distraction we can try to do. I need to get back at this anyway. Hey, let me put this up here real quick. But yeah, it's pretty crazy for sure. That is just crazy, man, y'all. Pretty crazy to think about. But anyway, we've just been hanging out and all of that. Same here. It's been a lot. I'll tell you that. Let me get. Hang on. So now I've got you guys like my phone put to my I have it like standing toward my speaker just to give it just some stance to stay in place, so it doesn't try to follow me on here. And so, but yeah, and so. And like I said, for those of you who weren't here a couple minutes ago, about one of the little things I was just saying also was, unfortunately, my dog Maverick, unfortunately, um, passed away about a week and a half ago. It will be actually 2 weeks on Monday since he passed. And y'all, let me just say this right now. When a pet of yours, like a dog or a cat, any pet really of yours that you had a really good close relationship with, that's tough. Like for those of you, I'll say this to those of you on here. Um, the thing about Maverick, y'all, was he was like that. He was that one dog where he was literally like my best friend. Like he was literally just the best. Like he was literally like my best friend. But also he was that one dog that would be such a chill dog. Like he would never cause problems, never cause complaints, never act like a rotten mess like certain dogs can act. Like he never was aggressive. He never was all of it. He was always pretty calm, relaxed, and chill. And he wasn't always afraid of like storms and stuff like that. Um, but um yeah. Yeah, and it's just been kind of rough on me. Cause I mean, y'all, that's what to expect because when a dog like that or even any pet like that passes like that, it's tough. Honestly, it is really tough. Whew, like it is. I'll re-show you guys. I will re-show you guys. And what did my boyfriend send in the group chat? Yeah, I'll re-show you guys the photo I was re-showing earlier of him. This is a photo of him. Let me just get me out of the way. And for those of you who want to know the breed of him, he's a Shih Tzu. Again, he was a really cute dog. He was only 14 when he passed. It's really tough. I'm not gonna lie, one bit. Oh, like it's stuffed me right now, but that's what grief does to you. I need to see what the freak the group chat is saying. But yeah, it's just thanks. Yeah, he is a really cute dog. Yeah, like he was a dog that never really caused issues at all. Which is good because the better the dog of that, we all don't want a dog that will not cause complaints like that. So even he was one of those dogs that would be like so chill. And even all of the people he was surrounded by within his 14 years, like me, my parents, my boyfriend, my friends, neighbors, and other people he would see around, all of them, like basically to everyone who got to see him throughout his life, all knew how amazing he was and how good of a dog he was. And even for my papa too, who passed 3 years ago, he one thing I will not forget was a moment when he would sit in my papa's lap, and they were like also best friends as well. And so yeah, it's tough. I'm not gonna lie, one bit. And I mean, that's what we expect when a pet passes, and it really hit us close than others. And oh, and like I said, I've had this dog since I was like 7. That's also another crazy part. And I will show you guys this other pig as well. Speaking of that I've got from. So here's one pig. This is me when I was younger, by the way. One of my younger pictures of me and him. Oh shoot, glitching. And this is actually when he was a little bit younger too, by the way. I forgot how old at this time he was, but I was a kid back then in this one photo. And it was one rainy day where I was under the umbrella and he was just kissing me like a good old dog would. It was so cute. And even I have the picture printout still of that picture as well. And so, yeah, that was little me. For those of you that ever wanted to ever know what I looked like back then. But yeah, that's like one of my other favorite pics of him too. Because even I forgot that exact one still. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to look back at all of that and just the little things in life like that. Just it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. Like it does suck because like for example, dogs and cats they're not just pets, but they also help us during tough times. And they're even there for their human. Like for example, cats and dogs both are really affectionate. Like they're both really affectionate whenever it comes to their person being upset or they're going through something. They can sense it off the bat and just help you out through it all. And like even with Maverick, he one of the cutest things I remembered of him, by the way, was there would be times that he actually would always not all the time he lets always be held like this, but there were times that we would literally would hold him like a baby and he would not care. He would It's like a cat. Some cats like to say they like to be held in certain positions and they don't care in that position. He was like that. Like, it was so cute. He did not care how he was laid out, he was so comfortable and chill. It was like the cutest thing ever. And then another cute thing of him was a few times with his front arm, his front paws, he would always look like a bunny. Oh, which is so cute. So he'll look like this a little bit with his front paws. It was so cute. Like, it was literally the cutest thing in the world. Cause like, you know, when it's just y'all, it's even just so cute when you reflect on all those memories again and just think about how much that was back then. And like, it's crazy. It's crazy to believe it. And all that. And so, you know what? Let's do. But, yeah, I need to see what the group chat is saying here in a minute because I'm seeing a few responses. Yeah. But anyway. And. But yeah. Anyway. Look backwards. Let's see. But anyway, pretty crazy. I'll say that off the bat about him. I did see something a little bit above earlier. Which is kind of cray. But yeah. Oh, and also, Leah, to answer your one question from a little bit ago, yes, I've been on Miss Stacy's Lab like about most weeks. And if you haven't been on in a minute, to kind of update you, she's kind of like she's no longer taking requests like normal. But if you were to like, you can still do requests. The thing is, you would just have to let her know a week in advance. So anywhere like before Friday at the latest. And you also need to make sure that that song selection you think about picking is not copyrighted. So that way YouTube doesn't try to copyright. I kind of hate when YouTube does that though, honestly. Because like, you know, it's like you like that song so much, but there's like, oh, it's copyrighted and all that. And so even like I've been trying to look through a couple of songs in my head I was thinking of in my head that are really good, but I look up on there, I'm like, is it copyright? And it keeps saying, I'm like, for what? Because I don't hear any cussing and some of this. I'm like, in the dang heck, it's just crazy. And so, yeah, but I mean, her lives have been going pretty well though. I think it was like last week or the week before. I remembered she did have to deal with a couple of crazy people, but that's to expect. But they got lessons learned on the top of their head on that. So, thankfully she did what she had to do. And all that. So, at least something was taken care of by her end. Though. And, yeah. Oh, man. Let me... Anyway. Anyway. Oh my god. Raymond! Welcome back, dude! It's been a minute. And I saw... Raymond, I did see your comment. Like, I think it was yesterday I saw it. I think it was yesterday or the day before I saw it. Come in, how are you doing? Wait, why are they getting on to my channel? How are you up? How you been doing? It's been a minute. I've been doing alright. I've just been trying to recover from a couple things that's been happening recently and just, just trying to go forward with it. Wait, are you not a moment? Hang on, let me do this real quick. Real fast. Hang on. Just noticed something. So give me. There we go. Here we go. Now it's all covered. I don't know how that just happened. Too back then. But anyway, that's good. I'm glad to hear you've been doing well. Hopefully everyone is staying comfy during this chaotic time, because you know how that goes. We all do. And so, even I've been staying comfortable. I've been living in my jacket half the day, like I've been since yesterday. Yesterday, I've been in my jacket like crazy, because, it's freezing in here technically still. Even though the heat's on, it's just there's some parts where I get cold still in here. But, that's one way to get comfortable without regretting it. Because I'd rather just get into what I'm comfortable wearing than just trying to act like it. But if anyone here coming up is new, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber who's been here recently, welcome back. We've just been relaxing on here though, y'all. So feel free to ask questions down below. And let loose. Let's relax for a bit. Let's just talk fun stuff here, not chaotic past. Because a lot of us adults are already going through a bunch with things. And, us adults do not need access chaotic drama that's just trying to jump in. So let's just, let loose and just have a little bit of fun for a little bit while we can. Because if you're not having fun on here, y'all, what the heck are you doing? Yeah. What? Okay. Okay, that is not cool for him to delete that, though. That is not cool. Wow. But hey, at least you're able to make another one, so luckily that was something. And Raymond, I kind of gave you a little update from Stacy's life. She's been doing well. Now in her life is a little smidget different. Like, right now she's technically no longer doing star requests, but if you, put in requests, in a week in advance, anywhere before Friday, then she can try to do it. But make sure you look up and make sure that song is not copyrighted. Because she's been lately getting some stuff that has to do with a lot of that. So that's why she's had to kind of switch that up a little bit. Because I've been on most weeks, like usual. I think the only week I know I wasn't really on for long was when my boyfriend was out, that I know of. But that's really it. And also to, again, update you guys with him too. He's been doing good. And all that. Just kind of been the same usual. Just, he's been amazing as always, so nothing with him hasn't changed, thank goodness. Because I shouldn't have to hopefully not see him change. But, yeah, but he's been doing great. We've talked on the phone on most days that we're able to, and all that. Yeah, he's been doing well, which I'm blessed for. I'm thankful he's doing good too, because, I love him, and I'd rather him do well. And, Raymond, you actually were not in here when I said this other part, but one of the things, I will tell you, with me lately is my dog, Maverick, unfortunately passed away about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago, on Monday. On Monday it'll be 2 weeks ago that he passed. He was only 14 when he passed, which was very sad. And so, um, yeah. Yeah, but, he was like the best dog that you could ever ask for, but also he was that one dog that he was like anyone who does not know how good certain dogs can be, they're good. Like Maverick here was not a dog that would be aggressive. He would never would have a temper at all. He was relaxed and chill. He was never the type of dog that would get nervous about certain stuff or scared a lot with rain. But he was just that dog that would be so chill and calm with you. And for those of you who again want to know the breed, he's a Shih Tzu. He's so cute. And I'll kind of re-show the photo because some people have not been here yet since I just talked about him. Which this is him. Hang on, he's on the way. Here we go. There we go. Hang on. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. That's what he looks like. By the way, he's so cute. But he was the best dog that we've had. And so, sorry, it's me moving. But, yeah, that's what he looks like for Ozzy that, like, I want to see that picture get up close, which he was, like, the best dog ever. And so, kind of this past week, I mean, grief is something we can't get over. Grief is something you can't rush either. Grief is just a part of you that stays there, which, it can make you go wild, but that's just what life can do to you sometimes and all that. Hey there, Christina. I see you're new, so welcome. And now we're finally getting people in this chat. Let's go, y'all. And thanks, Raymond. It's been pretty crazy to even process a lot of it. Which, for those of you who've ever lost a pet, whether if it was a dog or a cat or any animal, y'all know how that feeling. Oh, sorry, my vision went crazy for a minute. Y'all know how that feeling is when a really good pet of yours passed and you had a really good relationship with that pet. Like for me, a lot of you don't need to know this because I've had this dog ever since I was like 7, which is crazy. Ever since I was basically 7, so basically since 2012, technically, which is crazy. Yeah, so basically we've had this dog basically since 2012, which is insane to think about. And I'm 20 now, which is wild. So even I'm surprised he actually outlived half my childhood, which, that's rare. I'll say that right now. Like, I mean, there's dogs that do live around your childhood, but, it was just awesome that he made it all the way through my adulthood. And we didn't have to go through a whole lot of that with any dog. And so, yeah, but grief is just one of those things that you basically just take one step at a time just to heal from it. And even y'all, he was even loved by so many, like my friends and family, AJ, and just a lot of my friends that saw him, my neighbors, and everyone he was around all knew how good of a dog he was. Like, he was just so loved by so many, which is good because the more people a dog can get loved by, the better. Because if a dog was not loved by anyone besides you, that would just not be fair. That just would not be fair. But that would also be disappointing because, dogs are animals that are basically people pleasers, Like they love people sometimes. And, even dogs help during like tough times too that you personally are going through and all that. That's something with dogs that are like just the best and stuff like that. And so, and then also, in my life, all of them past, I still think about my dogs until this day. It makes me cry a lot, a little, because it's Raymond. For me, it's the same way too, because I get it. Like dogs, like I'll tell you, they're the best pets to have. I mean, I'm not saying not for everybody that don't have dogs, but I mean they're really good animals to have as pets. And it's one of those things where you just feel it, and it's like, ugh, the gut in me is just stabbing me and all that. It's just crazy to even look back on a bunch of it, and and even with my own thoughts, it's like, God, why did he go so soon? Even though and just so you guys know, he was only 14 when he passed. Kind of crazy to think about. And so, um, but he was a really good dog though in his 14 years though. And then also, yeah. And then recently I was literally, and I'll say this one thing about me too. A lot of you guys don't really have not known this part of me really. But I don't think I've really said this to you guys. But one thing about me is I overthink a lot. Like I'm an overthinker, but also I am someone who will second guess everything. Whether if it's from something I'm doing or how do I even do this part or. And the other night I was going through a bit because the crazy part was it was like what was it? Uh Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. And my boyfriend AJ goes, "Hey, can we talk at 9?" I was like, "Yes, that's fine with me." So just go normal. And everything at first was pretty good with me so far. Like it was a few hours before 9, and the crazy part, y'all, was it was like 8 something, and I was it was like beginning or late 8 or like mid 8 something. And I was just getting caught up on church notes because, for reference, at my church, like one of the things in our little like handouts we have is also a little mini printout of the note layout and bullet points on them to fill in. And usually, I usually write all of those through my notebook a bunch, because that's me. And I guess last Sunday, I guess I forgot to put my day notebook in there because I was doing kids the week before. Because that's also one thing about me is I do pre-K bunch for most Sundays, unless, well, I mean, except for next month because I'm off next month and then I'm back at it in March, which is awesome. And so, yes, I guess I totally forgot to put my dang freaking notebook back. I'm like, dang it. But I'm like, okay, I'm like, thankfully they have the old bullet points in the thing. So I'm like, yeah, let me just grab that and just use something durable to hold it just to not break while writing down. So wrote every note from what my pastor was talking about, and then even y'all, I even write a bunch of side notes. Like, I don't know if it's little things I hear that stand out to me or just hit me. I'll write it down. And so it was like it was sometime around 8 something. I was doing a bunch of writing it down. I was just rewriting all of that from. I was just like rewriting all of that down from my little paper of that with all that notes on it to my notebooks. So that way it makes it look like that nothing happened. And that way it won't confuse me after that. And then at one point and then kind of when I was doing some of it, or I was at least finishing it or so, um, I think I was doing some of it still. And I was actually, um, so there's this app called Marco Polo. It's really cool. It's where you and your friends, it's kind of like if you're FaceTiming, but what's cool is instead of that, y'all are sending videos back to back. So it's like you say something at first, and then the other person will say something, and then you keep going. It's like if you're texting, but talking by voice instead of. I mean, there's also text features on that too. You can use on the video too. So if you want to use that, or if let's say you're like if you're around people but they can't hear you, you can type in that too. It's really cool, but I usually do it with my friends though because it's pretty cool to do. And then so at one point I was talking with one of my friends at one point through there, like I was pulling with her, and also I get a text from AJ saying, "Hey, Mary, I can't talk anymore." And then y'all, when I go to look at the freaking time, it was like 9 something. It was like, what would I say? A little past time, and I need to look. I think it was like 9:30 or something. I need to go back and look though. But I literally was like, no, it was actually me. I'm guilty here. Cause this is the second time this has happened to me. Like, oh, my overthinking went to overdrive for the rest of that night. Like, hey, let me re-pull some of it up just to show you. Well, I should just reread it to you guys. Cause, that's what we do. We read about it. Cause, let me pull these up real quick. But when I looked though at the time though, I'm like, oh shoot, this is the second time this has happened. And it's like, ugh. It's crazy. And so literally I'm gonna pull my let me move this thing out of the way. So I've been doing a little bit of this too, just to get a little bit of progress going, because this thing should take me at least a month or two to do. But hang on. Let me pull it up. But so basically, yeah, this was Thursday. And so basically I literally sent him a picture of me looking like I'm depressed, which I was. And then he goes, actually I'll kind of make it go to the point. So literally I sent him a picture of myself, because that's what I do. And I even show him a little bit of my emotion too. And he goes, "You okay, baby?" And I go, "Not really, babe." And then he goes, "What happened, baby girl?" Y'all, it's one of those things. It's just too cute. I can't get over it. And I literally say this, y'all, because in my head I was going insane at myself for everything. For reference, basically, I said I'm literally second guessing everything in my head. Like, I feel so stupid. I feel like I'm a bad girlfriend when I'm not. When I'm not, I'm second guessing everything, every thought, excuse me, not everything, every thought of myself. And that's one thing about me. As I sang is, I think I sang it, y'all, but it's correct because I saw the speaker part. Is I second guess myself a lot, but also I'm an overthinker. And he goes, "You're not stupid. I know you overthink, but I care about you exactly as you are." And that hit me. And then I go, I just feel like there's a lot going on in my head, and I'm blessed that you know what I go through every day, babe. And then I go, hang on. I think that's what I said after that too. But yeah. Like basically that's just what. But yeah, and even also, oh, and I do need to go into Instagram too. I even texted him through there too, with some of this as well. Through there as well. Give me just a minute to get to there. And then with that one, a little bit of what I was saying on Insta, a little bit with him was. It's gotta go because it's right here. Let me get to it real fast. Take me just a minute. But y'all, but he sent me a reel. But he sent me this one reel, and then from what I was saying, because I guess on that day it was saying, "Oh, it's International Beautiful Day. Send it to someone beautiful in the chat," and then he sends it to me, and I go, I don't know if I feel beautiful right now, babe. And he goes, you're always beautiful, baby girl. And then I go, oh, thanks. But it's just that I'm not really feeling it. It's really because I'm second guessing myself right now on everything. Because that's one thing about me is I'm an overthinker and I second guess myself a lot on everything that goes on in my head. Like, hang on, in my head, and to like questions to myself, like questioning myself, or just thoughts that happen. And I feel like such a bad girlfriend now because of earlier, even though I'm not. And just, and yo, the thing is, that's one thing with me. That's one thing with overthinking, y'all. Is like, and this was the second time that I've done that. Like, I'm like, okay, this is strike two at this point, because you know, in that moment, y'all, my brain was going into overdrive, because that's what overthinking does. Is your body and your brain go to overdrive mode, and you just start just going crazy, because that's what happens when you overthink. And even though I would second guess myself a bunch, like not just now, but when I was in school back then. Like whenever I was working on something or just something like that, and I was trying to answer stuff on it, I would feel like I'm like, is this the answer? And I write it down. I'm like, I don't know if it is. I kind of go back and forth, being like, I don't know, and I just go with it. And then my teacher can go, hey, the first answer you put was correct. You just changed it. That's what I would be like a bunch. And so, and even that's one thing even I go through every day. Like, a lot of people will see me and think, oh, you're such a person who's got such a bright, happy personality behind the camera. And just so everyone is aware, I'm not always butterflies and hearts every day. I'm not always that, and I'm not always that person behind the camera every day. Like, at the end of the day, y'all, we all go through things. Like, and there's certain parts of us that just stay there. And even, y'all, I even go through parts of my epilepsy. Because a lot of you know I go through epileptic side effects from the medication I take, which are dizzy spells and headaches, which I hate those like crazy. Because those just make me feel like crap. And just not the best, which there's times I get them at once, but sometimes I get them individually. And I just don't usually like when it happens to me, because it's one of those things where it just affects me so often different. And even I was literally talking with one of my other friends about it, because even she overthinks as well. Like, she's also an overthinker, but also her anxiety drives her every day, and even I feel a little bit of her pain every day. And then a couple days before this, I was dealing with a whole chaotic situation with an old friend, talking about previous drama that happened back then. Which, it's a lot, that's a long story short, but you know how that goes. And so, it's just one of those things where your body just goes into a lot of that, and it's just drives you crazy. And so, yeah, so for that, and then a couple days before that, I was just dealing with a bunch. And it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Let me look in the chat and see what's happened since I've last looked at the chat. Okay, hasn't happened much, but anyway, yeah, it's pretty crazy though. So, um, yeah, it's wild, and so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy, and so, um, hang on, but yeah, it's wild though, y'all. So, yeah, that's one thing about me that no one hasn't really much learned or even really noticed in me. But you know, and plus, even overthinking, second guessing yourself is something even you can't control as well. I can't control that. Hey, I overthink every little bit of me every day, or I just go into overdrive occasionally about something chaotic, you know? I don't control that much. Oh, you're in the background? Oh, that's cool. Oh, you're totally good there, Raymond. But yeah, it's one of those just things where it's like it will send you into like a chaotic wreck. Like y'all, but that night I was a total wreck that night though. Just because of everything. Like half myself almost half cried in my head and just cried in silence a little bit and just felt a lot of it. Cause, that's just what happens when you go through stuff like that. And we can't basically control it and all that. Like if somebody were to ever say to anyone like that, oh, you can control it, chill out. No, I cannot control that, and that's not how it works either. It's emotions, and your body goes through it. You know, like if you overthink and second guess yourself, like I do, constantly, you'll know, you'll know it off the bat. Like that's just, and plus, I learn way, way differently than everyone else does. Even my boyfriend does as well. Like we both learned at a different level. Like we're both like kind of like way high level, but his is more a little bit more higher than I am. Like mine's like at least like an inch down than his is because I forget a bunch. He forgets a little more than I do because of previous. I forget because of my epilepsy and how I learned stuff, and I don't pick up I don't pick up going like that, knowing it. No, I take probably 5 minutes or even two, like maybe a couple minutes just to try to get what the heck I'm doing and how to do this the correct way without overthinking it. And even that's one part of my overthinking too, is I overthink and second guess, okay, is it this way or is it the opposite? Or, you know, it's little things every day like that in my head just start to go wild. And even one of my friends introduced me to this one song. I don't know if anyone's heard of this song, but it's basically called Gut Punch by Nick Jonas. Y'all, that song is so good. I totally recommend it. And even it's really good. I don't know if anyone's ever heard that song, but it's good. I never heard of it until she told me about it recently. And even when she listened to it, because one thing about her is she goes through anxiety and also the same stuff I'm going into as well. Yeah, I will recommend it because it's really good. And even a little bit of backstory with that is that song is also about, because with Nick Jonas, he also goes through mental health as well, and even it's talking about his mindset in that song too, which is it's really good though. I'm not gonna lie, like it's really good. So yeah, it's a song I totally recommend looking at and all that. And one cool part about the song I will tell you guys is there's a few points where there's a drop beat, like there's a couple of drop beats in that song that happen. Y'all, I don't know what it is about the drop beat. It is so cool. Cause like, y'all, and honestly, I've gotten to the point where when the drop beat happens, I start clapping to it. Cause it's like, I don't know, it just sounded so cool in my head. But it's cool though. But yeah, it's a song I totally recommend checking out for sure. But yeah. Yeah. But yeah, definitely go check it out, Raymond, because it's awesome. That's really good too. And even now I'm finding kind of me in that song because a lot of songs even I listen to in general will definitely describe me in some parts of my life. Whether if it's relationships I listen to a bunch of like romance stuff, but I listen to all kinds. Country a little bit. or just a mix of two, or it's either romance country, or hip hop with it, or just you name it. Not really much rap, because I don't, rap is chaotic. Rap is crazy as it is. And so, um, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But also I listen to a lot of upbeat good stuff too, which are and also One Direction because I'm a Directioner for life. So that's one thing about me because I love them to death. But yeah, and so it's really good to definitely check out for sure. Man, I need to sip some half off the seed. There we go. But yeah, it's something I recommend checking out for sure. And so, um, yeah, pretty crazy. So, um, yeah. And for those of you who are still in here, please make sure you guys y'all are asking questions somewhere in between. Which some of you are doing pretty good about that, so let's keep those coming. And y'all just keep chatting. That's what we do as adults. We are talking today. Sorry, I've got hands because I need to. Sorry, I was fixing something on that, but yeah. And so this is what we're doing right now, though. But yeah, so cool though. Yeah, it's really good. But anyway, actually, I need to no, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna check and see what the group chat of mine's been saying, cause hang on, y'all. I'm gonna check my text because I've been getting a little. Hang on. Anyway. But anyway. Sorry guys, I was texting because I made a group chat with my best friend and my boyfriend both because those two are like my two important people in my life. Because I mean, you've got people who are important to you guys, but just good to make a group chat with them because then we all are talking at once, and so, but yeah, and so, but they've been like the best thing to me. I'll say that right now. Oh my gosh, this chair. I'm sorry, this chair was wanting to. The other one. There's times that this chair will sunk down sometimes, so don't be alarmed if there's points I'm kind of having to sit halfway up just to adjust it a little bit, which I do hate when that part happens because it's like frustrating the heck out of me sometimes. But you know, do what you have to do sometimes just to make it work and all that. So, but anyway, that's just what's been happening though over here. But yeah. So anyway, and what the heck? Sorry, that was my being funny. So, um, yeah, this is what we've been doing though on here. Y'all, let's go. Y'all, let's hope we can continue to get more people in here, but also likes happening. Y'all, also don't be. Also, I will say this to everyone in here, don't be scared to share the live out to friends who might be interested as well to continue with the views on here as well. And so, but yeah, so, um, yeah, let me come over here real quick. Y'all, we're only at like 1.20K likes on here. Holy subscribers, holy god. That's crazy. Oh, what did I welcome to Stephanie and TikTok? But y'all, we're only 1.23K like subscribers on here. That's crazy. So let's keep those subscribers going up because that's awesome. Let's keep it going. And then let's see. That's wild to me when I'm looking at the stats because I've not checked info in a minute and all that. So let's definitely keep those numbers going up because that's awesome. Because the better the numbers are, the better. And that's good, y'all, because the more people we get out there, that's how a community works in the first place, is by getting people out there and seeing who likes what they're seeing. You know? Because first off, if you just have a community where you're just with the same people every single bit, that after a while that will just be kind of weird to do. So it's always good to get people in between and all that. So definitely feel free to share it out to people or tell people, do it. Because, the more people we get, that's one thing I say on this channel, you guys, is the more people we get on here, the better. Because that helps out with the views and the algorithm. Saying that y'all are liking what you're seeing, and that just tells YouTube that this live is a live that they're seeing that is doing really well. So definitely be subscribing if you have not done that. But if people have, don't listen to me. Alright? And so, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, hang on. Alright, y'all. Make sure you guys are doing all the things down below. I had to went and put that down, as I had to go through my device to do all that, because that's how quick you do them. But yeah, you guys, for those of you who are coming in here that are new, make sure you guys are doing the following down here. For all important info, you know, it's important to see. That time, I have to kind of get up every little bit to make sure that this chair is not trying to be going crazy on me. Because, you know, I'd rather not have that part of me happen. You know. And so, anyway. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And so, that's just what we're doing on here. Let me make sure. But yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, we're just chilling out though, you guys. So feel free to ask questions down below as well. And also go like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you guys can get all of the latest updates on here, because I do post on here. It's just not always often, you know. Because, I mean, that's because, you know, I really only would start posting if I'm finding ideas in my head. Or if something comes to mind. And all that. Yeah. So, that's just what it is. But so, that's just what's going on there. But anyway, just checking all that to see what we're doing. But yeah. So that's just honestly what we're doing. But yeah. So yeah. But that's just basically all we're up to. Yeah. So anyway. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's just what we're doing right now. But yeah. So yeah, we're just hanging out at the very moment. But yeah. Hang on, y'all. Wait, what am I doing? Retake. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I was doing something, but yeah. So that's just what's going on there, though. Like I said, all the info is down here, and so yeah. Anyway, that's just what's going on there. But yeah. So that's just what we're doing. And so, yeah, pretty crazy. So, yeah. Well, goodness. It's just what we're doing, y'all. Just hanging out right now. But, yeah. Um, but yeah. Well, we're just chilling now. I do need to see a few things on here as well that I need to see if that are happening. Oh my gosh. And so, anyway. But, yeah. So, alright. But yeah. Anyway, that's just what's going on there. So, well, I do need to sit down for a minute. Let's stand down for a little bit because I've been sitting on my butt for a good bit. But, you know, we're going to come in here real quick and get. When was my skate done? I don't think I've done that this morning. So, oh, let me get over here. Sorry, y'all. My boyfriend once again sent me something in TikTok. I'll have to see what that is later. But yeah, right now, so yeah, let me for like just a second without my glasses, which is a little quick, right? But oh gosh, here we go. Sorry, it's just sometimes the control ability is a little cray, but not really an always cray kind of thing. But so and again, if anyone's wanting to know, I've actually shown this brand that I'm using right now. It's basically called Noxzema, which it's basically these anti-blemish pads that help out with breakout prevention. So like it prevents acne breakouts, but also it does help out with acne. So if you're someone who does have acne a bunch or gets them more likely, but you're trying to find a starter, a good start, like especially if you're starting off with skincare, like if you want to find something that's good for your skin, definitely this is a recommendation. Because even on the pad, it also gets all of the excess dirt and oil off that is visible on your face whatsoever. So it really gets a good deep. It really gets decently deep in there. And so even I like to go all over. I like to kind of go over till it's at least somewhat dry. Just so that way I feel like it gets everywhere, but also it gets like excess makeup that you've had from like maybe a day or two on, that let's say you did clean it all the way, but let's say there was some that was still left on, then it will get all that perfectly off. But um but you can see, you can't really see it that well, but it gets a bunch of excess stuff off. So this is a good enough product to start off with. What you guys can get this at your local Walmart as well. And then something else I've started to kind of slowly use, that's actually kind of been using for a couple of days now, is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Lip Balm. Y'all, never knew Neutrogena had a lip balm, which is funny. Because my makeup wipes I use are from this brand. But I will say, using this so far, y'all, I will say this right now, like, my lips have never looked pretty good without this. Like, with it, y'all, like, this is not just the start. Oh, like, y'all, probably give this, like, maybe a couple minutes of it being on, and you'll see what I mean, because even my lips look so good. Like, it almost makes you look like I just got them done almost. Like, it makes them look so good. Like, almost as if you are wearing, like, it's almost like if you're wearing lip gloss. It's almost like if you're wearing lip gloss on, but you're not. But it's just the stuff that has all the good stuff in it. But yeah, like, give this like maybe like a minute or two, and then you'll see what I'm saying when I'm saying this. Like, it's so good. Like, who, I never would have thought. It's so funny because I was getting more Monoxema stuff because I was almost like, I'm only a couple away from being out. And I'm like, you know what? I had to get a couple other things too that I personally need myself that I don't even have me but are important. I'm like, you know, let me go there and just grab that too while I'm at it, just because, you know, it's good to grab the stuff that you both are about to be out of now than getting it in the middle, especially getting it before. Oh wait, oh y'all, it is 31 now outside. That's crazy. Huh. Actually, let me just see. I kind of want to see what we look like right now. That's nuts. Let's see. That's wild, y'all. What? Crazy. So I'm trying to see what we're looking like right now. Cause like, goodness me, this is crazy. That is crazy. But anyway. Sorry, that's crazy. Yeah, cause y'all, like right now on my clock it literally says it's 31 for outside. That's insane. But anyway, it's crazy. So yeah, it's like, yeah, y'all heard me there. It's 31 over here. But even I just looked outside and nothing much hasn't really happened that much. Just wild. But yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it's crazy. So like it's crazy, y'all. But okay, yeah. And y'all, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Like, this is basically what I mean by why my lips look straight up good after a minute of using this. Cause gosh, why? Like, they look super good right now. Like, you can't even tell that they're looking dry or crazy. Cause like it gives me that like little glow moment right there. Like, never had that in my lips ever happened. Like using any. I mean, other products I've used done me good, but dang. This though, y'all, wow. Definitely pulls off a good dimension. But yeah, this is definitely something I am grabbing next when like I swear when this goes to run out, I'm grabbing it again because definitely done me good. Definitely done me good. Just fantastic. But it is so good. But yeah, I definitely, if anyone's definitely looking for a good, decent lip balm that makes you look good, recommend this one. Again, I'll say it. Neutrogena Hydra Mousse lip balm. And by the way, hang on, let me go to grab it because I think I put it up. So, but yeah, if you're looking for a good lip balm to use, and you want, especially for my girls really out there that are looking for a good lip balm to use, I totally recommend the Neutrogena Hydra Boost hyaluronic acid. I can't speak. Hyaluronic acid, and then it's also fragrance free, by the way, too. By the way, for those of you wondering. And the name of it is called Sheer Ice, is what it's called. And y'all look at but look at the color though. Let me just flip it around though. But look at the color of this though. So cool. Like it's really cool how this blue looks too. Like the way that this blue just looks. So cool. Like it's neat. And yes, you guys are still got my dang trip, but we're not gonna judge that. But yeah, just look at that. Goodness me. But sorry, my head just burst. You know, we've got dads that are crazy, and we know that. Don't trust it. And yeah, like yeah, and even right now from this far, y'all can even see how dang good my lips are. Been looking just from this within like the first couple minutes. That's what I mean. Like, give it a couple minutes, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Cause, I've never even used a lip balm that has done me this good. Like, but also has never made me look straight up good myself. Especially coming on my own skincare. You know? So, like I said, I totally highly recommend it. Big time. And all that. Like, I totally recommend it. Because, it's it's really good to get a decent lip balm or even just a good lipstick or just a good chapstick that works well within a good span of time though. So, yeah, so like I said, the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Hyaluronic Acid lip balm in the name Sheer Ice is a recommendation, which you can get it at Walmart. That's why I saw it. It was just funny. Which, God. Again, like I said, I would totally use this in a heartbeat if I had to. Because makes me look freaking good. What was I doing? But oh wait, my pet's on my office. I'm like the world. But yeah, again, recommendation. And y'all, like, it's good. It's even good to look at good recommendations that you get, whether it's from a friend or someone, or just a collaborator just goes on here and says how good it is. It's, you'll know it's that good. Dang. But yeah. Anyway. Anyway. I don't know. I'm just. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, just end. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. But anyway. And so, basically what's been happening. But, yeah. So, yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, it's one of those. And all that. But, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So, That's what's been going on there. But yeah, it's crazy. So, hey, I'm just fixing a friend's contact on my iPad. Liking us. Just crazy. But yeah. So, um, so anyway, hang on. What's the three of us that we just use? Yeah, just like this. It's crazy to believe that. Crazy. Just so crazy. Hey, I know, I'm just seeing. Yes, there one. Kind of crazy to believe it all. I still can't believe this wasn't even us back then. And so, pretty crazy. And so, here we go. Just wasn't. So I was re-adding something about text because it was on my iPad, and it just wasn't showing it like it was supposed to. But yeah. So anyway, but yeah, honestly, that's just all. Dude, that's 31, you guys outside. That's just crazy. Like I said, that's wild. But like right now, like from what I'm looking at, like not really much is currently really happening. Like it just seems like it's all damp and gross right now. Currently, at least what I can see. Um, some of the shit's like a little cray, but um, I mean a little bit like there's a smidge. It looks like there's only a little bit. No, just on the roof, but not like nothing really crazy. is really going on. It's just more like gross, disgusting looking right now. But that's just what I'm currently seeing from my end, though. But at any point, you know, could be happening. But anyway, though, y'all, I have basically been on live for at least an hour with y'all. But what I'm probably gonna do is I probably will go ahead and get off just so that way I can charge my phone in a little bit. But it was really good coming on here and talking with you guys and just getting caught up after a little while. Hope everyone continues to stay safe. And the next day I will be live is Monday. So sometime Monday, y'all stay. So yeah. So you guys stay tuned sometime Monday. Just kind of keep an eye out and all that. Like I said, sometime Monday, but I always don't know times because things get kind of chaotic. And so just just kind of keep an eye out every now and then or so, just because like I said, that's why you also hit the notification bell, because that's also how you get all the latest updates on here. So I will see everyone back here on Monday.